Hi everybody, my name is David. Thank you for joining me today. Today's video was inspired by a question I got on a question and answer video. What is the push-pull game, or why do narcissists play the push-pull game? So I gotta get into it, what it is and why. Try to help you guys try to understand what I think it is. First of all, the push-pull game is kind of like a natural game that people kind of play. You know, you go back to the idea of the man chasing the woman, say, and the man persists and persists and persists and persists, you know, until the woman keeps, you know, no, right? Until maybe the man persisting kind of gives up, right? And the female, oh, he doesn't care anymore, he doesn't try, and kind of give him, you know, kind of go back to him and say, well, here, where are you going? Come back to me, you know? And then maybe it's on again. So that's kind of like the natural game that people play. But I'm not talking about that today. I'm talking about disordered people who are emotionally underdeveloped, exploitative, incapable of emotional responsibility for themselves and others. Narcissists seek relationships for different reasons than we do. Okay? You know, they have selfish reasons. They're not seeking a partner. They're looking for status, control, and all kinds of attention they can get. Not love. The beginning of a relationship, all relationships can be exciting, feels good. And so the relationship that a narcissist or a borderline or a sociopath, people that do this, enter, it feels good to them. It feels good. That's why they do it. All kinds of feelings come up after the beginning of the relationship, after a while, after this excitement and good feelings, after a little bit of time of that, there's all kinds of feelings that start coming up in the narcissist, okay? Because in the beginning, they believe you're the answer to their problems. They have problems. They may not be aware that they have problems or what they are necessarily, but they're experiencing problems in life. Personality disorder. So they believe that you're the answer to their problems. This is what I need. But after a while, that slowly fades. In the beginning of a relationship, I say this all the time, hormones rise. We idealize. Everyone idealizes a little bit. You know, after a week or two, you dating someone that you really like, you go and tell your friends how amazing this person is. You know, but what you're really doing is telling them, you know, what you were looking for, aspiring, you know, for, what you wanted or you think you needed from somebody in a relationship. So you tell them, oh, they're great. You know, we idealize a little bit. But that slowly fades in a relationship. Could be weeks, could be months. And you need to build a foundation in a relationship to keep it going, right? But that's not built with a narcissist. Hormones begin to drop, okay? And they realize you're not ideal anymore. Just a human. Become critical, right? This is where the criticism comes in. The idealized love bombing slows down, and the criticism comes in. But attachments begin. Okay, attachments start beginning. And narcissists, borderline, sociopaths, psychopaths, they begin to attach. They can attach to. So there's also still an advantage. It's still advantageous for them, they believe, to stay in a relationship, even with somebody they don't want to be in a relationship with anymore. After the excitement's over, through that excitement, they've become close with you, right? And it comes on thick and quick and strong. But as hormones drop and they don't idealize you anymore, a lot of hate comes in and things like this, and they don't want to be close anymore. Intimacy requires vulnerability, and we know narcissists will never allow themselves to be vulnerable. They push away. They push away. This is an avoidant type behavior anyways, okay? So you have someone with lack of empathy, the inability to communicate, they manipulate, poor self-awareness, all of this makes them blame, not tell you what's going on, no explanation, not talk, not communicate, be critical, criticize, and after time goes on, they start to resent you. You made me do this. I've spent so much time with you. I've given, you haven't given anything back. I don't get what I want or need. It doesn't feel good anymore. They resent you, mad, angry. They feed off your efforts, though. You try harder and harder and harder, and they feed off that until you stop. Right? So they're pushing you and push away until you stop. And then what kicks in is fear and ego. So they fear that abandonment and loss of attention, loss of whatever they got from you. That's disappearing, that's going away. The ego kicks in because of childhood shame. I'm not good enough to keep trying. They don't want me anymore. I have to. And a lot of this, it could be power, control, conquer, conquest. Here comes the pull, right? Naturally, people would pull kindness, giving, sacrifice, affection, right? The narcissist manipulates, can use threats, guilt, shame, false affection. The payoff is the reunification. There's a reward. There's a high. Feels good, right? Which triggers another push in the narcissist. Fear of abandonment, too close avoidance, lack of control. A cycle that results in dependency. You start depending on these feelings because you got the high, you got the low. The high and the low, just like drugs. I come back, we come back after I've been gone, after we've been fighting, I did this to you, and I come back, there's a high. You get a high. Gone again, low. Same thing that drugs do. And enough of this, your brain becomes dependent on it. So they leave, they want to come back. I want to get what I needed. Maybe there's a sense of idealization again, re-idealizing. You guys will experience that when they come back. You're so great. Maybe more love bombing. Not always. Sometimes no. I have to be in control and power with no responsibility, no emotional responsibility in a relationship. They won't communicate with these things. They're doing all this on their own. They're only using manipulation. They want to get what they can get from you still. And they're not very aware, so they don't know what they want. They can't process emotions very well. This makes me feel like this. I should do this. No. This makes me feel bad. I need to feel good. How do I feel good? I go back to this, or I go find someone else. So communication is huge, isn't it? Communication is huge. And you want to communicate how you feel, what you want, what you need to your partner, and you need your partner to communicate with you. Asking questions, things like this, checking in with your partner, reassurance, things like this are very beneficial in a relationship. Must do it. Must do it. That's why people with personality disorders can't have relationships. They can't do these things. They can't communicate. They don't take any responsibility of, I need to tell you how I feel, I need to tell you what I want and what I need, and then I need to know what you want and you need and how you feel. They don't care about that, and they start doing that with themselves. It's too much vulnerability. Hope that makes sense. Hope you understand, and hope that helps. A lot of people have been asking me. Actually, I got more than just one. I've had a lot of people ask me about this. So this is just something that I think, and something I wanted to, kind of give my opinion what this push-pull game is, because it's awful. It's awful. And this, I'll tell you guys, causes so much damage. It can cause absolute damage to your brain. This push-pull, this high and low, shrinking and swelling of parts of your brain, that causes damage, and we get addicted to it. And just like a drug addict idealizes that drug, thinks it's great. While they're on it, they think it's great. They can't see the bad parts. Just idealizing it, the good parts, the high, the way it made them feel the first time they did it, the way we felt in the beginning of the relationship, the way they felt in the beginning of the relationship. You see? All right. Hope you guys understand. Ask me any questions you guys have about this. Share anything else you guys want to share, your opinions, stuff too, like that. I think that's great. And love yourself first. I'll see you again later. Bye-bye.